In Skyrim, riches are not always counted in coins. Treasure piles in dragon crypts and dragon hoards may seem impressive, but true wealth lies elsewhere. It rests in influence, in ownership, in the ability to manipulate politics and bend others to your will. For most NPCs in Skyrim, wealth is fleeting, a pouch of septims, a trade stall in a marketplace, a modest farm eking out survival. But a few individuals do rise above the ordinary, gathering not just gold, but the kind of power that ensures more gold will always flow their way. These are the richest NPCs in Skyrim. Some are nobles, some are criminals, some are politicians, but all of them have built empires that place them beyond the reach of ordinary mortals. Their fortunes are not simply numbers, they are systems, structures, and legacies. In the Reach, power is synonymous with gold, and no family exemplifies that more than the Silverbloods. At the heart of their dynasty is Thonar Silverblood, a man whose wealth comes not only from his lineage, but from his ruthlessness in defending it. Thonar controls the Cidhna Mine, one of the richest silver mines in Skyrim, and though it holds the city of Markarth in a stranglehold, to the common folk, Cidhna Mine is a prison, a place where criminals are sent to toil away until they die. But for Thonar, it is a gold mine in many ways than one. Every bar of silver smelted flows into his coffers. Every prisoner sentenced means more free labour for his empire. Unlike other nobles, Thonar is not afraid to get his hands dirty. He is deeply involved with the Forsworn conspiracy, using the chaos of rebellion to further tighten his grip on Markarth. His wealth is not only material, but political as well, ensuring that Jarls, guards, and mercenaries bend to his will. Thonar is not beloved, far from it. He is actually feared and despised, but that matters little. For him, silver is power, and in Markarth, the Silverbloods will always come out on top. Jarls across Skyrim wield enormous resources, but few can match the wealth and prosperity of Jarl Bolgraf of Whiterun. Whiterun is Skyrim's beating heart, positioned at the crossroads of nearly every major trade route. Goods from the north, south, east, and west all pass through its gates. Merchants pay taxes, caravans bring coin, and travellers spend freely in inns and markets. As Jarl, Bolgraf oversees this economy artery, collecting revenues and distributing wealth as he sees fit. Unlike the decadence of Maven Blackbriar or the cruelty of Thonar Silverblood, Bolgraf's wealth carries an air of legitimacy. He invests in the city's infrastructure, in Dragon's Reach, and in the defences of his people. His riches fund not just luxury, but stability. And yet, beneath his steady demeanour, Bolgraf knows his wealth is precarious. The Civil War threatens Whiterun's neutrality, and the arrival of dragons places his city at the centre of chaos. Still, no one can deny that Bolgraf commands not only one of Skyrim's most powerful armies, but also one of its richest coffers. His fortune is tied not to crime or corruption, but to geography and governance. In Skyrim's dangerous world, that makes him unique among the wealthy elite. While technically a foreigner, General Tullius wields wealth and resources in Skyrim that few locals can rival. His position as commander of the Imperial Legion in Skyrim grants him access to the coffers of the Empire itself. Every fort, every soldier's wage, every piece of steel armour or sharpened blade, all are funded through his influence. Tullius himself may not flaunt his wealth. He dresses like a soldier, speaks bluntly, and cares little for luxury. But make no mistake, his reach is vast. With the Empire's treasury behind him, Tullius can raise armies, fund campaigns, and dictate the flow of supplies across Skyrim. His wealth is systematic rather than personal. It lies in the ability to redirect caravans, requisition goods, to command loyalty through pay. Unlike Maven, who thrives on corruption, or Thonar, who profits from mines, Tullius's riches come from being the representative of an empire that spans continents. While Stormcloak sympathizers may despise him, no one can deny the sheer power behind his purse. His wealth is a reminder that Skyrim's conflicts are not just local, They are tied to the vast machinery of the Imperial Heartland. At first glance, Brynjolf doesn't seem as wealthy as the others on this list. He is a thief, a schemer, and a man who spends his time hawking fake potions in the market stalls of Riften. But appearances are deceptive. As the de facto recruiter of the Thieves Guild, Brynjolf controls access to one of the most lucrative underground organisations in Skyrim. Every heist, every smuggling operation, every pocket picked in the rift eventually funnels profit back through him and associates. While Mercer Frey may have sat in the Guildmaster's chair for a time, Brynjolf was always the heart of its operations, the man who kept the guild alive through charm, charisma, and calculated risk. When the Dragonborn restores the Thieves Guild to its former glory, Brynjolf emerges as one of its most powerful figures, managing wealth that rivals that of Jarl's. His riches aren't stacked in vaults like Thonar's silver, nor displayed in lavish estates. Instead, they are fluid, constantly moving, feeding a network of thieves, fencers, and smugglers. Brynjolf's fortune lies in his adaptability. In a land of rigid hierarchies and dynasties, he thrives on flexibilities. His riches aren't bound by borders or titles. They are as slippery and elusive as the man himself. At the top of this list, unsurprisingly, sits Maven Blackbriar. To call her the richest NPC in Skyrim is almost an understatement. She is not merely wealthy, she is untouchable. Maven controls Blackbriar Meadery, one of Skyrim's most successful businesses, ensuring that every mug of mead sold carries her name and adds to her fortune. But mead is only the beginning. She controls smuggling, trade routes, mercenary companies, and the Thieves Guild itself. While she masquerades as a benefactor, the reality is that she is their ruler in all but name. What makes Maven unique is that her wealth is inseparable from her influence. She cannot be killed, cannot be overthrown, and cannot be intimidated. Jarls bow to her, guards obey her, and criminals revere her. Even the Dragonborn, a figure of immense power, becomes little more than her tool. Her children extend her dynasty as well, ensuring that the Blackbriar name will dominate long after Maven herself is gone. In Riften, her word is law. In Skyrim, her influence spreads like roots through stone. Maven Blackbriar is more than the richest NPC in Skyrim. She is Skyrim's unseen queen, a monarch without a throne, whose wealth is measured not in septims, but in inevitability. To understand why these NPCs are the richest, one must also consider how wealth functions in Skyrim. Jarls live in longhouses, surrounded by advisors and guards. Their riches fund armies and architecture. Nobles like Thonar build dynasties around mines, turning natural resources into political clout. Military leaders like Tullius wield the wealth of entire empires. But characters like Maven and Brynjolf reveal another truth. Wealth in Skyrim is often criminal. Illicit trade, smuggling, and intimidation yield profits just as surely as taxes or tithes. The lifestyle of Skyrim's richest is therefore not one of open extravagance, but of subtle dominance. While the common villager worries about wolves or dragger, the wealthy few plot in meaderies, throne rooms, and war councils. Their wealth is not simply about coin, it is about bending Skyrim's fate to their desires. In the end, wealth in Skyrim is not equal. Some inherit it, others steal it, and others command it through military might. But the richest NPCs all share one thing in common: permanence. Their wealth cannot be stripped away by chance encounters, random dragon attacks, or the whims of fate. Whether through dynasties, armies, or webs of corruption, these five figures, Thonar Silverblood, Jarl Bolgraf, General Tullius, Brynjolf, and Maven Blackbriar, stand above the rest. Their wealth is not only vast, but enduring. And among them, Maven Blackbriar towers highest. She doesn't just own riches, she owns Skyrim's silence, its shadows, and its very systems of power. That is why these five deserve their titles as the richest NPCs in all of Skyrim.